What is up guys, Yosef here and welcome to a brand new video and welcome to Daily Dose of Transfer Gossip. Today is going to be Monday, the 28th of August. There really isn't very long left in the summer transfer window, but I mean between now and deadline day, there should be a lot going on. Of course we look forward to it every single year, but I think this year it's a bit different, it's bigger and better. Right, so just before we get started today, as always, if you can show your support by leaving a like rating, that'd be absolutely awesome. If you're new to my channel, make sure to press the subscribe button for daily FIFA content and press the notifications tab next to it to receive alerts about my videos. If you missed yesterday's video, it'll be down below in the description box. I'm actually going to apologise for that because it was very late, it was very short. I didn't give a reason why though. I actually misjudged my time because first up I was watching the boxing, obviously Mayweather versus McGregor, and when I woke up it's very late, like 3 PM. My sleeping pattern is very bad right now. Just an hour after that, Liverpool kicked off against Arsenal, and of course I wasn't going to miss that. And then I had a very short amount of time to make the video itself, so again apologies about that, but I didn't want to miss out a day. And finally, today's question of the day, what rating do you think MBAPPE will get on FIFA 18 Ultimate Team? Let me know your predictions down below in the comments section. But now, let's jump on to confirmed deals. And because yesterday's upload was very late, there aren't really many to cover. The first one is a goalkeeper called Andy Lonergan going to Leeds United from Wolves for an undisclosed fee. And the second and final piece of confirmed news today is it going to be about Emmanuel Adebayor signing a new contract with Besiktas here in Turkey until 2020. And next up we've got Ousmane Dembele at Barca. Of course it's been a confirmed transfer now for a couple of days, but he arrived in Barcelona yesterday, but today he's officially getting presented as a Barca player. I think Dembele will justify a price tag at Barcelona. I know it's a lot of money, but of course it was definitely inflated by the LEMAR sale. And let's face it, we know how much potential he has, but now it may take him some time to settle in, but I think next to Messi, next to Luis Suarez, players like that, I think he'll thrive. But now let's move on to potential transfers. The very first one, it's got Winston reading your screen, but it's not about him, it's about West Ham United and their current manager, Slaven Bilic. So Sky tweeted back on Saturday saying West Ham are considering sacking manager Slaven Bilic after losing their first 3 games of the season. And in fact, David Sullivan, who is a co-owner of West Ham yesterday, was at the training ground. And someone that works for Sky did say it's unusual for him to be there on a Sunday, but he could have been there for literally anything. And now we've got a very strange rumour according to the Sunday Times. Sporting will make a move for Sunderland midfielder Jack Rodwell if they're able to sell William Carvalho. Now if you go back like 4 or 5 years or so ago, where he was playing for Everton, Jack Rodwell, he was considered a massive talent, but after that, he made the switch to Manchester City, and it all went downhill from there. At the time of the transfer, I think it's like 2012, 2013, I could be a bit wrong there, it was £20 million or so. And in comparison to nowadays, of course, the market has gone crazy, so fees, most of them are well above 20 mil. At least when it comes to a young English talent, because Jack Rodwell, back then, he was certainly considered that. But as the years have gone by, Jack Rodwell really hasn't got close to his potential. And next up, according to Damasio, Serie A side Inter Milan have made fresh contacts over the possible loan move with the option to buy for Tottenham midfielder Moussa Sissoko. And so far this summer, Marseille and Trabzonspor have been linked to him as well. And it wouldn't surprise if before deadline day, he's no longer a Tottenham player. And that is just a year after signing him for £30 million from Newcastle. And next up, according to Damasio again, Liverpool goalkeeper Mignolet is a target for Napoli. And they have apparently contacted the Reds about a potential switch for the Belgian international. So overall, yesterday against Arsenal, apparently Klopp said he was rested. But he did say after the 4-0 win against Arsenal, Mignolet is still the #1 goalkeeper. And he also confirmed he'll be starting against Manchester City after the international break. But there are still rumours saying Pepe Reina could be leaving Napoli to go to Paris Saint-Germain, and yesterday in fact there was a video of what seemed to be him waving goodbye to Napoli fans after their match. And next up, according to Le Parisien, they're reporting that Borussia Dortmund have come to PSG in recent hours over the possibility of signing Julian Draxler. The newspaper claims that PSG are willing to sell the player, but that Draxler himself has very little interest in returning to Germany, especially not to go to Borussia Dortmund because they're rivals of his former club Schalke. Kicker R said that Yarmolenko of Dynamo Kiev is in fact the player that Borussia Dortmund have settled on to replace Ousmane Dembele. And that would suggest that Dortmund's pursuit of the PSG man might already be over. And there were also reports in France yesterday saying potentially he wants to come to the Premier League. And now according to Sky Italia, Inter and Juve are currently going head to head over Lazio's Keita Baladiao. Inter are trying to get him on loan, but it's got an obligation to buy him there for €20 million plus added bonuses. And now Juventus seem likely to raise the offer to €25 million from their last offer of 15 mil plus 5 million bonuses. And we actually have 2 more players linked to Juventus today. The next one is going to be Kevin Strootman according to Tuttosport. It is a very short one, but it does say Juve could be preparing another raid on Roma by signing Kevin Strootman for around €40 million. But But they are also linked to another centre midfielder today, and that player is going to be Emre Can. So James Pearce from the Liverpool Echo has said, Juventus have given up on Emre Can this window, they're hoping to sign on a free transfer next summer. Despite the growing threat of losing Can for nothing in 2018, Liverpool have refused to listen to offers from Juventus. And their chief executive, who's called Giuseppe Marotta, has said, Liverpool are holding on tight to Emre Can, we won't hide the fact we like him. Can's contract expires in June, we'll be able to negotiate with him from January. But currently Can is a Liverpool player, so we can only admire him from afar. There were a couple of reports suggesting potentially he's already signed a pre-contract agreement with Juventus, but like I mentioned before, he can't do that officially until January. Now honestly, as a Liverpool fan, we need to get Emre Can's contract sorted because as of right now, he's one of our most important players. Throughout the Europa League run back in 15-16 for Liverpool, Emre Can, that's when he started to become a very important player for us, and since then, he started to improve every single year, every single game and whatnot. There was one point last season where our fans started to get on his back because I think it was around like November to January or so, he was carrying an injury, which he did say publicly when he started to play well, and after that, since February, he has been unreal. It has been a very good week for Emre Can because he scored 2 goals against Hoffenheim in the Champions League second leg qualifier, and then yesterday against Arsenal, easily one of the best performances I've seen from him. But as I was saying, hopefully he signs a new deal and remains a Liverpool player. And then we move on to a player linked to Liverpool today, that is Renato Sanchez from Bayern Munich. So Sky Italia and Damaso saying Liverpool are in talks to sign Renato Sanchez. Monaco are also interested, and his agent George Mendes was at the Monaco game yesterday as apparently he's part of the MBAPPE deal. I'm not referring to Renato Sanchez by the way, I'm talking about his agent. And Sport 1 in Germany is saying Renato Sanchez to Liverpool is getting closer. Now Bayern are open to a loan move for Renato Sanchez, but so far no concrete offers been made, but a couple of inquiries have been put in. And Sanchez was not part of Bayern's squad the other day by his own request. And Sport Builder are saying that Roma, Juventus and Milan are all interested in the 20-year-old. And next up, the Telegraph are saying breaking news, Liverpool have made an inquiry to sign Monaco's Thomas LEMAR for a club record fee of up to €60 million. And Liverpool's interest in LEMAR is not linked to the future of Coutinho. However, it is believed that Monaco are not willing to sell LEMAR this summer, as they've already sold several players and potentially on top of that, also selling MBAPPE. Now personally, I don't really believe these last 2 rumours, but I do think we'll sign 2 or 3 players before deadline day. And next up, according to Sunday Mirror, Everton will move for £40 million rated Leicester City striker Jamie Vardy, who's also wanted by Chelsea. Now one thing about the Everton team, despite how many players they've already signed so far, it's really lacking a bit of pace. And to be fair, a player like Jamie Vardy, it can certainly add that, and maybe it could be a good signing. And next up, we've got a pretty strange one today according to Daily Express. They're saying that Arsenal have lined up a stunning £75 million move for Real Madrid midfielder Marco Asensio. Now in my opinion, at this point in time, Asensio, he's probably considered the world's biggest talent. Of course, players like MBAPPE and Ousmane Dembele, they come very close to that, but what I've seen so far of Asensio, he seems like a wizard already. And I can't see him leaving Real Madrid to go to Arsenal. And he actually scored 2 more goals last night against Valencia in a 2-2 draw. And now we've got a fair few stories about Coutinho. The very first one is according to Sport. Liverpool have agreed to negotiate with Barca for Coutinho after the last meeting between the 2 parties. And next up, according to Sunday People, Coutinho wants Liverpool to agree he can join Barca next summer if he stays at Anfield this season. And I have been saying it for a long time now, but I think Coutinho, he'll be at PSG or Barca next summer, but I can't see it going through this summer unless Liverpool have got a replacement lined up already. And next up, according to Mundo Deportivo, despite seeing 3 bids rejected by Liverpool, Barca are still confident of getting a deal done for Coutinho. And a cycled on the Cero are saying Liverpool have set a Monday deadline for Barca to agree a fee for the 25-year-old midfielder. And I can't say that being true whatsoever because Liverpool so far this stance, he's not for sale, they won't negotiate. And if that is the case, we wouldn't be setting a deadline for Barca to complete a deal. And then something from Guillaume Balaguer, who I said before, he's not considered very reliable whatsoever, but he made a good point yesterday. He said no matter what Catalan press is saying, Liverpool still insist about Coutinho, there's no negotiating, no meetings, no conference calls, no putting a price, not selling. And then finally, James Pearce was asked yesterday on Twitter if Coutinho would be sold in the next 4 days, and he said no mate, he won't be sold. And the second to last one today is according to various different sources. Ligue 1 side AS Monaco has signed Stefan Jovetic from Inter Milan in the coming hours, who's actually in the stands yesterday for their game against Marseille, but they won 6-1. Jovetic will undergo a medical today after Inter and Monaco both agreed a fee of just €11 million. And Damaso is saying he'll be replacing Jermaine, who went to Marseille, but honestly, I'm pretty sure it's MBAPPE. And in fact, referring to Monaco vs Marseille again yesterday, Jovetic was due for a Marseille medical today instead of Monaco. but Monaco came in very late, they got the man, and again a very good fee. And the final one today is going to MBAPPE yet again. This time is according to L'Equipe. They are saying that MBAPPE is joining PSG on loan with an option to buy worth 180 million euros excluding bonuses. Canal Plus are also saying it's a loan deal, but it's an obligation to buy instead of an option. And then finally, Sky Sports tweeted saying breaking news, PSG agreed a deal to sign Kylian Mbappe from Monaco on an initial loan deal with the obligation to buy next summer for £166 million. So different websites are saying different things, but the main thing about it is that it's pretty much certain to be a loan deal, but after that, obligation or option, we're not too sure. And obviously PSG aren't paying 180 million euros up front now because of financial fair play. But that is going to be the final one for today's video. So as always, if you enjoyed it, show your support by leaving a like rating, that'd be absolutely awesome. If you're new to my channel, make sure to press the subscribe button for daily FIFA content and press the notifications tab next to it to receive alerts about my videos. If you missed yesterday's video, it'll be down below in the description box. Again, it's a very late one, I apologise about that. And finally, today's question of the day, what rating do you think Mbappe will get on FIFA 18? Let me know your predictions down below in the comments section. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.